the reason why I don't like it. Ugh. Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing our March speed review. So you guys know I have 5 products for you guys that I've been reviewing all of March, and I'm going to give you my final review and thoughts on all of them. So let's go ahead and get started. The first product we have is from Eleman Beauty. This is their lip scrub. I actually really like this product. Now, I actually feel like most lip scrubs that you see on the market tend to come in a pot. I actually really like that this one comes in a tube. It's just so much easier to deal with in terms of like packaging. It's more travel friendly. The other thing that I wanted to point out as well is that if you are familiar with like the Summer Friday lip balms, you know that very flexible like silicone type applicator, and this one actually also has that, which I really like. It just makes the experience really nice. It's very easy to squeeze this product out and then you just lightly apply to your lips. My lips are crusty. They're so bad right now. We are gonna go ahead and clean this up with the scrub. So I like to just apply it, get a decent amount.
Drop the cap.
Thank you. And then we go ahead and rub this in. Okay, so once you've really rubbed this product in, this is when I like to just grab a tissue, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of lightly remove the scrub from my lips. And the result of this really is that your lips are just nicely exfoliated. And so that way, you know, any lip balm that you put on top of it kind of absorbs a lot easier. The other thing that I really like about using a lip scrub in the morning is that it kind of brings some of that like blood back into your lips. So I feel like this is a very natural like lip plumper, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and apply my Vieve Bounce Balm. This is one of my new favorite products. I've been using this so much. It goes with me literally everywhere. I'm gonna apply a generous amount to just help moisturize everything. Let's go ahead and move on to our powder products. We are going to be talking about the Easy Bake and Snatch Huda Beauty powder, and this is in the shade Peach Pie. I have honestly been so impressed with this powder, mostly just because for a lot of face powders, I feel like if they're really good underneath the eyes, then I don't love it for the rest of my face. If it's really good on the, like my entire face, then I don't love it for underneath my eye. But this product actually has been really surprising to me because I like it all over my face and I like it underneath my eyes as well. Like I think it's mattifying enough, but it doesn't make my under eyes crusty throughout the day. Like this is just a really, really solid formula. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a Real Techniques setting brush here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set down my concealer. And you can just see like it does a really nice job of really just kind of making sure that everything is set down, nothing is going to crease throughout the day. I am literally just wearing a skin tint today. I'm not wearing a long wear foundation or anything like that, but I'm gonna use this to just ensure that that makeup all stays in place and that my pores are, again, not too crazy. So she obviously has like a loose formula as well that people really, really love. But if you're more of a fan of a powder compact versus like a loose powder, this is definitely a really, really nice product. The next product we're going to talk about is from Fenty Beauty, and this is her Fenty Cheeks Suede Powder Blush in the shade Tahiti Tease. Okay, when I first opened this blush, I'll be honest with you guys, do you see how much sparkle is in there? I was like, this is not gonna be good. Like this literally looks like it's gonna be a glitter bomb on my face, and that is not what I want from a blush because I don't want it to accentuate my pores, and like I was incredibly wrong, okay, about this blush. This is a wonderful, wonderful product. I love the shade. I love how much it is going to be that perfect summer blush in which it's got a little bit more of that bronzy apricot-y tone to it. It's really going to liven up your face, but it is a neutral enough blush. So if you are somebody who like, you're not too sure if you like blushes or not, you're not too sure if you want to go like neon in your blushes, I think this will be a really, really nice option for you. The other thing that I really like about this product, and we'll go ahead and apply it together, is that sometimes with some of these blushes that are a little bit more on like the illuminating side of it, you wind up just getting the illumination without the color. You do not have that problem with this blush. This is definitely one where you do get both, and it applies like a dream. It literally looks so smooth on your face. And like, yes, I have pores, okay? I have texture on my skin, which you're definitely seeing that in camera. But if I'm applying this compared to all of the other blushes that I have, like this does a wonderful job of just blending onto your face and kind of hiding all of that. And again, this is not going to give you like a patchy application. It's just gonna, again, give you a very like youthful, kind of almost just like almost kind of a wet look to your skin, but not like highlightery wet. It's just kind of like a nice, like just juicy. I really like it. The next product we're going to talk about is from Gellar. This is the Candy Cravings 12 Multi-Finish Eyeshadows, 1 highlighter and 1 blush. I have some mixed feelings on this palette, but let me go ahead and show it to you first. If you are looking for a palette that's going to be pretty neutral in tone, but it is still going to give you like a pop of color for like Easter, if that's what you're trying to do, or if you're trying to do like lilac-y things, but you're not too sure if you want to go full-blown purple, this is a really nice palette in terms of the eyeshadows. I actually also really like this blush. It's more of that like peachy tone here that is really, really nice on the skin. I will actually layer it on top of the Fenty Beauty blush that I just applied to give myself just even a little bit more color, but I want you guys to see it. The only loser in this palette is this highlight here, which is Gummy Bear. I freaking hate this highlight. It's not that smooth, creamy beam of light, and I'm really worried that it's actually going to show up fine on camera, but in real life, I just don't like the way that it applies on my skin. It's not smooth enough in my opinion. So let me actually hit this blush really quick though, and show you guys kind of what this looks like. I actually really enjoyed layering these two blushes together throughout this month. Like I just thought they were so much fun together, because if you just put a little bit of that apricot-y tone here in the center of your cheek or a little bit higher, it just really kind of, again, gives you a little bit more of that doll-like effect. Plus, it looks amazing on Zoom. All right, let me go ahead and show you guys this highlight before we get into the eyeshadows and the reason why I don't like it. Ugh. I don't really want to apply it to my face, but nevertheless, we kind of have to. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and apply it here. And do you guys just see how it picks up on the texture of your skin? It's not the most even lay down. You can definitely see like my pores are just kind of accentuated where I have this product. Like, I don't like it. I don't like the tone of it either. It's got this weird, almost gold, kind of like icy, but not really, can't pick a lane kind of a highlight. And so I'm not a fan of this one. There are a lot of highlights in the world, okay? This is just not it. Nobody wants a chunky highlight, okay? Not in this day and age. So, not a huge fan. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the eyeshadows though, because I do actually really like these. My favorite shade is Peanut Brittle, which is like this beautiful kind of like a more taupey kind of a shade, but it's very, very unique in that it actually is quite a brightening shade. So if you are looking for something that's gonna be just a little bit special, a little bit outside of, you know, the realm of like your typical like champagne tones, this one is like champagne, but it has enough of a cool edge to it that it like gives you just something special on your eyes. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply that on my lid first to just brighten everything. If you feel like your eye is just looking a little bit dark throughout the day, or when you wake up in the morning and you're kind of looking a little hazy, this is a perfect shade to be able to brighten up all of that. And then to blend out my crease, I'm going to put caramel in my crease to blend it out. This is a very, very perfect neutral brown, like done very, very well for this palette. Fits in beautifully. I will definitely say as like a color story, this is a really, really nice palette. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that and buff all of this out. And these also lasted throughout the day. There is something about cool tone shadows for me that I just think like, I don't know what it is. Either they just work really well on my skin tone and like but they do not ever crease typically for me. Like when I'm looking more at like a warmer shadow, that's when I start to notice that I get creasing issues throughout the day. It's very, very interesting. I am just gonna take a little bit of a deeper shade to kind of just deepen the corners here, and I'm gonna grab Toffee to be able to do that. This is just a deeper shade of a brown. Again, very, very neutral in tone. So I'm just gonna deepen this a little bit and give myself some dimension. Honestly, like this is a very beautiful like springtime look in my opinion. Like it's very neutral. It's very like subtle, but like enhances your eye really beautifully. Like this is a really nice palette. Like I really enjoy playing with it. I'm gonna take a little bit of Toffee now and also just kind of bring this along and smudge my lower lash line to give myself a little bit dimension here. And for my inner corner highlight, which I feel like actually is really coming back into style now, which is great. Sorry, I'm keep going the wrong way. I'm gonna go ahead and take Butterscotch and White Chocolate into my inner corner. I'm gonna be blending both of these shades together. These are lovely in tone as well. And just brighten, brighten, brighten. Like, are you guys kidding me? Can you see that on camera? It is literally like the brightest of the bright. It's so nice. Like honestly, you guys, like I am traveling pretty soon here, and I might actually consider bringing this eyeshadow palette. That's how much I like it. I'm gonna have to bring another highlight though, because highlight is garbage in here, but still, the eyeshadow is really nice. The final product we're going to be talking about today is from Huda Beauty as well. This is her One Coat Wow Mascara. You guys, I have never had a mascara that was so volumizing in its first coat that I was like kind of afraid of it. Okay. For me, volume is like the most important thing to me. And like when she calls this a one coat mascara, I'm like, okay, you're right. You're right, it is just a one coat mascara. Like, God forbid we go in for another coat of mascara of this. The wand on this is actually really interesting. There's two different shapes, and I'm gonna see if I can get that on camera. So this one is more of like the hourglass side of it that's really gonna give you, you can see right there, that's really gonna load up your lashes. And then if you just rotate it a little bit, that shape starts to change, and now you get that cone shape, which is where then you can actually use this side to really comb out your lashes and get some of like, you know, if it gets a little bit too clumpy, if this product is like too loaded up on your lashes, you can kind of use that to comb things through and make everything kind of not so clumped down, if that makes sense. So let me show you guys this mascara, and we'll also talk a little bit about the performance of it. I am so afraid of this mascara. The first time I used it, it was just like volume, excessive volume within the first coat if I used the hourglass side of it. So from a brush perspective, I really only like the cone shape of this, where, or actually it's not really a cone shape, is it? It's kind of more like a kite. It's got more of the like the diamond shape to it. Either way, that's the side that I like of this mascara. You can just see this is one coat. This is insane. If you are looking for a mascara, like you are that person where you are constantly running late and you're just like, yeah, I gotta put on as, you know, a mascara that's gonna give me maximum impact in minimal time, this is probably the mascara that I would recommend to you. Like, this is not for the faint of heart. If you are a wispy lash, romantic lash kind of person, do not get this mascara. It's not made for you. So this is literally one coat of mascara, and I did get a little bit of smudgies on my eye. I accidentally stabbed my eye. I'm not the most like stable today. My hands are just a little bit shaky, so whatever. The point though is that my lashes look really, really good. Now, if I am feeling it, you could theoretically put in very carefully like a second layer of mascara. I am going to go ahead and do this just because I always want a little bit more. But again, I am only exclusively using the side of the brush that allows for you to coat or to comb this mascara through. If you try and use the hourglass side of this and apply a second coat, like you will be straight into clump town and no return possible unless you use like a separate lash comb. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not that impressed with it in terms of the longevity. If you are a contact wearer, if you wear glasses, if you are a face toucher or anything like that, if you plan on working out with this one, it does flake throughout the day. You can definitely tell. Sometimes I think with these formulas that are just a little bit more like really heavy on the volume side, this is definitely something that is not going to necessarily have the longevity to stay all day without flaking. And as you can see, as I'm trying to put this under my under eyes as well, I don't like this as a lower lash mascara. I actually fairly hate it. But again, right, like if you are looking for big, bold lashes and, you know, you're okay with a little bit of flaking, maybe this would be a really good option for you. But I'll be totally honest with you, like, I don't know that this is one that I'm going to ever repurchase because, again, I just think the flaking, as much as it wasn't every time I wore it, so that was what made it really hard. It was like sometimes it would flake, sometimes it would be fine. And that's just not really a gamble that like I really like. All right, my friends, that pretty much brings us to the end of our speed review for this month. The products that I would highly recommend to you would be the Easy Bake Huda Beauty Snatch Powder, and then the Laura Geller eyeshadow palette, which I think is really nice, sans the highlight in here, which is unfortunate. And then for sure, the Fenty Beauty Suede powder blushes, I think are really, really nice products. And this together, honestly, these three are the perfect set of products that I think can really help you transition into spring. Like, I just think that these are really, really nice. I was really impressed, honestly, with this month's Boxycharm products. So yes, if you guys liked this video, please feel free to like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Also follow us over on Instagram, and I will see you guys in next time's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.